Hey y'all, sorry I'm a couple minutes behind, but I was pulling some stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Speak my mind and I don't care. Express myself with a devil's stare. I tell you, 'cause I'm no angel. Play with me, you play with fire. 'Cause I should come with a warning sign. Oh baby, I'm no angel. I didn't wanna be daddy's girl. I played the part for too long. I never wanted to be that way. I just wanna have fun. Who's a bad girl now? Who's a bad girl now? Who's a bad girl now? I'm such a bad, bad girl.
Hey y'all, okay, we are going to get going. We got a lot to get through today. So I've kind of got my schedule situated a little bit better to you should see me live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, probably in the early hours of the day, earlier hours. I will fit just like I've always done. I fit content in where I can, when I can, around my real life schedule. I have gotten so many emails, so many messages, I can't keep up. And if you know what happened yesterday, you probably understand why I don't respond to 99% of my emails, and I will continue forward not. Probably even worse than before, considering what's happening. There's a lot of questions, a lot of things that people want me to talk about, but unfortunately, right now, in certain situations, there's more to it. I've learned, and I haven't even got to update some people that I need to about some of the situation that took off yesterday. Because there's more to that situation. This isn't the first case people have involved themselves in. It probably won't be the last. I have a lot of questions. There's a lot of sketchy people running around. A lot of people that seem to have a lot to time on their hands to do real messed up shit. So let's get into this. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Janice. Hey, Claus. Good to see you. Penny for your thoughts. Annabella. Shorty. Thor. Kathy P. We Gob Sheet. Bo. Catherine. Kathy. Terry. Kathy, thank you for becoming a member. Brianna. Smiles. Carla. Duchess. Petey. Kimberly. Sue Ellen. Am. Stephanie. Lurker. Denim Dreaming. A Blank Slate. Stephanie. Angel. Miss Brittany. Lindsay. Pineapple Icicle Treat. Spudler. Traders. Barbara. Oh, hey, Barbara, you want attention. Are you really an RN? Worried about my tooth over here? Why are you in my comments? Here's my week for you. I have no patience left for your guys' bullshit and your stupidity. Period. Point blank. End of story. You can see yourself. Actually, I'll do the honors myself. You can bye-bye for good, because you won't come in my comment section pretending to be an RN and smearing people over a missing tooth. Big whoopty shit. Okay. Spudler, Nicole B. Wolfie. Hey, Tara. NCTC. Oh, thank you. It's lightening up because of the summer. Like, it starts to lighten a lot in the summer, so I turn really blonde. Hey, Shop. Hey, Marcy. Stereophonics. Cutie Pie. Booberry. Booberry, are you somebody's alt? I saw somebody saying somebody had an alt named Booberry, but probably two different ones. I'm sure there's a bunch of blueberries running around. Hey, Sparrow. Hey, Melissa. MK, Skip to My Lou, Sober Pug. Trying to say hi to everybody. Peppermint Tea, Tracy, Twin Thing, Charlotte. I just have no rapper. I hope you're in a good mood today, please, and thank you. Hey, Chapped. Hey, Criminology, Miss Leah, Generally Jenny. Are you guys spinning? Your gray gets whiter, Lurker. I love that though. ASD, hello. Okay, Booberry. I'm like, I don't want to have you mistaken too. Sky, Beth, Nana L, it's good to see you. Miss Liverbird, Nana X3. Okay. We are going to start with, how today is going to go. So just so you guys know, again, just to kind of clarify what I'm doing, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm going to try to cram as much content into those days because that fits my schedule the best right now. I have a lot of stuff going on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's not going to be consistent across the board. Time frame will be all over, but I am going to do 2 lives today. I just got to fit it in where it can. And there's so much to talk about and so much to get through that I'm just trying to get things a little bit consolidated. So Kathy P did a live yesterday. I want to address that. That's what I was talking about earlier. I have gotten 1,000,001 questions about what is actually going on. Some clarification, y'all. I don't want to discuss all of that right now because I realized in talking to somebody else, this has been happening in other cases with the same person. Mark W is absolutely pretending to be involved in these cases in some way, shape, or form. He goes by many different names. That is factual. Oh, not rapper. Okay. Thank you. Maybe that's a good rapper. Let me show you one example. But there's more to this situation. So please just understand from me to you right now. He's pretending to be the family member. Kathy showed these yesterday, but there is definitely more to this situation than just this. And there's more situations. If you have personally interacted with him, if he has sent you a gift card that isn't a gift card that is just numbers, like he's done to more than one of us creators, please be careful using it. I have never touched the one he sent me because right away, I got it in December of 2023. I had already been watching this account for quite some time. Nobody really knew this besides a few people. I saw this gift card in my inbox. Again, there's the email. Anyways, I will edit it out. I've never used the gift card because I didn't trust it. I was like, either A, this is about tracking my location, or it's a stolen card, something like there was just too many. That's just perfect. Okay. Yeah. I need to talk to you. I'm going to call you because I've got some things that yeah. Anyway, this isn't the first case that this has happened in. And factually speaking, there's proof of other situations too. He would follow me from chat to chat, demanding a wrench over here. He stated that another account this other account was like his YouTube wife. It was really weird. There's just a whole lot of sketchy shit around this person. I have no idea who the hell this is behind this Mark W account, but he's gone by Matt. He's gone by Eric. He's gone by Jason. He's involved himself in other cases. He's had wrenches on some of your channels. This is why I have avoided him like the plague, but there's just a lot more to this situation. So if you are a creator or a sub even, please be very mindful of what information you are taking as fact. I have no reason to say this without being honest with you guys. I don't trust anybody. You know that from jump. That's why I don't respond to emails hardly ever, because I don't know who's who, what's what. And I don't trust anybody, truthfully. Like I just don't. And it's nothing against Michael. Thank you. Um, uh, yeah, and we know he's still here under another one of his deets. Yep. So there's a bunch of us that need to like get together because there's some major shit has been involved in a lot. Chasing, did you have a mod by the name of the Gambler at any point in time? And did you know that person? Just questioning, like you don't have to ask me, or I'm just curious because he claimed to a lot of us that he was a mod for you. He also told, I think, Kathy that he was a mod for Brittany J. But he was just kind of seemed to fit in wherever he was. Whoever this is behind this has been around for years and years. They've been doing this for a long time, but it's really interesting because this isn't the first time he's pretended to be a neighbor either. Yeah, this is major. This is big, and there's a lot more to it. So, anyways, one I can actually, and by the way, he has not any relation. That Mike guy is completely separate. Let's please keep it factual because there's so much misinformation. We don't need to do that. That was not this Duchess on panel over at Queen Bee's. Totally different person. The Mike person is not, I mean, could he know that? Yeah, but he has nothing to do with this situation. Every Mike is getting, we can't do that to people because we don't factually know. So right now, I'm telling you, be very careful with Mark W., Eric W., and any new accounts. If you're getting messages asking to send you t-shirts in any of these cases of the victims and trying to get your address, please be mindful. Do not send it to people. I don't care how desperate you are for money. Y'all, we don't know where these cards are coming from, if there's money on them, if they're stolen, no idea. So please be very careful because this is a lot deeper. And the fact that they are taking it to the level of impersonating the step parent of a missing child and going to the length they did, not only in this case, but the Long Island serial killer for one too. There's some major issues here. So I have tapped into some people that I trust, and we are kind of like trying to weed through all of this stuff, what we can, and figure out heads or tails of it. Whoever Mark is behind that account, I know you're in here. Just understand it will be handled appropriately. And this insanity that you and your friends are causing and people sticking up for you and like there's some weird shit here that doesn't quite make sense. But those people, I know you're watching too. It's convenient that, of course, one doesn't like me because I ignored a best friend of theirs. Mark isn't a friend to no one. He's a scumbucket who isn't even by the name of Mark. So please be careful of what goes on. Oh, Chasing, let me go back up and look and see what you said. You're up to 5 cases he's been into. Jessica, I did share it, but people have a lot of questions because there was a lot of names being brought up that people don't know. Stay vigilant, especially creators that are covering these cases. That's the best I can tell you. Factually speaking, he is absolutely pretending to be people involved in these cases, like the neighbor. He's texting people as Chris Proudfoot. Please don't give your number to anybody. Any of you subs who he might have been in contact with. I know he said to somebody in our comment section that he wanted to meet up with them when he was traveling. Like, we don't know who the hell this is behind this, but they have absolutely inserted themselves in many cases. And I can't understand it. I have never had communication, spoke to this person on the phone because he was on my radar from jump. I have had horrible feelings about this all along. I follow my gut. And again, it's nothing personal against people, but I don't trust shit. I genuinely don't. I don't trust shit. You have to be very, very, Yeah, it has to be a special case for me to trust you, truthfully. Like it takes a lot for me, and anybody knows that. Like Duchess, yeah, yeah, and he also claimed that he donated to the RSO. He tried to do all this stuff with the RSO things. Like this is unfolding, and it's some creepy ass shit. Kathy showed some text messages. It has been reported to the TBI, but it's not just happening in this case. Like it's bad. It's super, super bad. So please beware. Anyways, moving forward, is there any questions on that I can answer before we move on? Because I don't want to, you guys, I'm getting 101 questions about this. And factually speaking, I'm not going to tell a bunch of random people on the internet stuff I don't know or stuff that we need to unfold and needs to be handled by law enforcement, because involving yourself in cases like this is way too far. These are active investigations, and the Long Island serial killer, like that takes a special kind of stupid to do. So, all right. Oh, Deets. Yeah. Yeah. And I've gotten two different, hold on. I've gotten two different email contacts for him. Like there's one, he uses a bunch of them. The accounts go up and down. He attempts to send creators. He's trying to get addresses of people. I didn't respond to it, wanted nothing to do with it. He also does the prepaid gift cards and just sends the numbers. Again, I haven't even checked it. Don't want to do anything with it. Mark W. But he goes by a bunch of different names too. His name is Mark W. That's what he's been seeing in my chat. Now everybody can understand why I didn't. First of all, if you follow me around demanding a wrench in my chat, you're going to get looked at. That's the worst way of like approaching me about anything, is to follow me around and like berate me in other people's chats about shit. Not going to happen. I keep my circle very, very tight for a reason. I don't trust shit. So, sorry, I saw a comment that I wanted to answer. Burden, I've heard there's a few people that have had. Yes, Chris is not. God, that's another situation. Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're actually going to start with what chasing. Yeah, Ellen, this is really weird though, because he's not attempting to gain money from this. In my experience, he's taking it a different, which is even scarier to me. People are really, really intense out here. Like the level of disgusting is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, please, if you have factual information about like cases that he's been involved with, Deets, I need to get with you. I'm going to email you because I think that we can kind of figure out something here of some of these cases. And I want to show you, because you were mentioned in one of these texts too. So there's only a handful of creators that I personally knew. Kathy P. I wouldn't have nothing to do with this guy. This guy gave me the heebie-jeebies. Me and one of my amazing friends, mods, have been tracking this account and watching it since before December. So MK, are you Mark? And I don't want that to happen. If you are a new account, just beware that you are going to be looked at. If your account was established this week, chances are he's got accounts that are older though. But there's just some shit here that I can't. So please don't take it personally, but I trust no one to begin with. And I really trust no one right now. So, traders, when I found out, Kathy can tell you, I was like, wait, what? Mark? No, what? Because she didn't even know. Like, I don't talk about shit that I'm following because sometimes I'm wrong, it could be just me because I don't like anybody. So I was really glad when things like I just don't know what he was attempting though. I don't understand because he was telling Duchess and Kathy P that he had this video, and the video, even if he would have had this video about CJ, would have made no difference for me. Like it didn't matter whatsoever. Like it would have been shit to me anyways. So, but he never sent either one of them this video, and he was playing like this weird, like acted like he knew Duchess really well to Kathy, and then he was pretending to be Chris and involving like the whole fucking thing is weird as hell. I'm not going to be trying, you guys, I don't look into people like that either. I couldn't tell you who the fuck this is behind this account. I want to know. This is one I do absolutely want to fucking track down because they're actively involved in missing children. But as far as like, if I am standoffish, there's a reason for it. If I don't respond to emails, there's a reason for it. And it's not, again, personal. It's because I don't have time for this shit. I really don't. And this is weird. He's been trying to get addresses of me and another creator that I adore for quite some time. And it's really uncomfortable and it's really unsettling. And this is just really some weird shit. No, there's there's a chance that it's a female. Absolutely. I've always thought that this was an account of a female. Could be wrong. Have no idea who's actually behind it. But they definitely have female and male alts. I can say that for sure. They pretend that they have wives. The wives' names have differed depending on who he's talking to, depending on what case he needs to fit into. I don't know, Randy. I would like to know the same thing. But there's just it. He pretended like he had a YouTube wife that knew him, like Mama Bear 222. I asked her yesterday in Kathy's chat. He claimed in all of these chats, like I didn't know either of them, never had seen either of those accounts. I was in Makeup Mobsters one day. They both came in, no big deal. Hey, Beaverhausen. There was just some off shit, and thankfully the OGs, some of them kind of have helped a little bit with me, like pay attention to this, and this. So I kind of knew his accounts are gone, Tara, and it's not just a just block him situation. He's actively attempting to impersonate the stepfather of a missing child. Like this is, and he's claimed, like he claimed that him and Mama Bear 222 was his YouTube wife and that they knew each other and they interacted together. So I didn't even think anything of it, like nothing of it. Because obviously they've both been around. Like he's been around. Yeah, he's got multiple names of wives. He's got multiple different sets of kids. Like he tells one person that he's got twins. He's also told another person that he had a son that lived in Tennessee. Like all of this shit. Manda Wolf, I've never seen that. I've never seen that whatsoever. Of Cordy. I not to my knowledge. That's one name I have not seen in anything that I've seen so far. Mike in my chat right now is not the same Mike that was on panels either. Let's clarify that. That was also another thing that got thrown in there. But Mama Bear, let me finish that. Mama Bear said that she doesn't know him at all, that she's never had a conversation with him. But he was like going around, following her around in chats and acted like they knew, like personally knew each other and had this great relationship. And she said flat out, she doesn't. It's so weird how he's maneuvered to like fit into these places. And those accounts to me like were brand new. I didn't know anything about that. Yeah, Chasing, I don't even know who that is. So I'm like, that's not a name I've heard in this. All right, moving on. When we know more information and everybody kind of has more footing underneath them, my concern is the fact that he's actively like, I'm fine. I'm secure as ever. My police department has a thing in case of swatting. They know I have disabled kids. In fact, if you are on the internet and you have children in your home, your dispatch can put a note in the system so they know that you are potentially a person for SWAT calls, and they will put a a note in, they will still come, of course, but they know that there's a chance that it's fake and that there's kids with disabilities in the home. So my police department is well aware. I have had to deal with this for quite some time. So I'm not freaked out in that sense because yes, they attempted to get my address many different ways. But what freaks me out is the fact that he's messing with these active cases and going to this part. Like, what is the end game? I have no idea. And why all these cases? I don't know. And why maneuvering into people? I don't know. I just, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Yes, pointer lover. He said that to other people too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, this mic, I just want to set that straight too. This mic is not the mic that's going on panels. That mic is a total, there is so much shit being thrown and mixed in, and people start pulling out everything from here and there. And well, this is, no, we got to take it back to the facts here. These are the things we factually know. And like, poor Mike, poor Mike doesn't need to come in here and get slammed and side-eyed because he's been around. So. Yeah, he claimed he did pineapple icicle treat. Yeah, he did. He claimed he did, but I've not seen proof of it either. So the thing about that, like, he wasn't the, here's one thing I need to tell you guys too. He's not the source of anything I've ever said. Not a single thing. That's why when people come to me with information, if I can't vet it myself, we don't talk about it. He's not my source for anything. I'm not concerned about that. Anything. Right? Kazi, there's a lot of mics around here. Christy, you're good. You're good. Okay. Hey, Chico. Mike is cool. Mike is the ops. And he also goes by Eric, Matt, Jason, and a few others too. So be very careful. I don't know. There's a very good possibility he's not in this on his own. There's very good possibility that he's got associates that help him with this. Eric W. Yes, absolutely. Eric W. 100% in my opinion. Yes. Same person. Yep. And we can pretty much timeline some of these. We can, with the information I garnered late last night, I can kind of timeline the switches in some of these accounts too. So. No, from my understanding, Kate, that's a totally different person too. Yeah, Randy, you're good. You're good. I've seen your name somewhere. You're good. Yeah, chasing. I'll connect with you in Deeds. I've never talked in. Do you guys email? I would like to, because he specifically brought up you chasing before, and then Deeds. I would like to kind of, because I think we can kind of timeline some of the other cases that he's been in. Like I said, we've been watching him since before December. Like I can go back and look at text messages with me and 3 other people that we all were like, something is up here. So, okay. Wolfie, we have a person. Yeah, B Fergs. It's crazy though. It is wild. Okay, Deets, I will get with you for sure because it's wild. B Fergs, you're 100% spot on though. Like, it's just weird. It's just the fucking weirdest shit. Yeah. Chasing. Yeah. Okay, Wolfie, there is a person that has a ton of different alts that is running around pretending to be the neighbor of people. He's also pretending to be he's pretending to be Chris Proudfoot and texting creators. That's why we are so stern on the neighbor being fake. Kathy actually spoke to this person on the phone for hours on end. I have never spoke to him, but Kathy's husband even said when he heard the interview, that's Mark. That's the same guy. And it's not the first case he's done it to. So, cloned a creator. He's actually messed with a male creator too, from what I understand. So yeah, it's too far. Anyways. Nevernight. From what I'm learning, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. It seems like there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes. It's real interesting. I think we're seeing at a higher rate in this case, but I do think there is definitely something. Yeah, I think it's definitely potentially a female behind this that pretends that they're a male. I definitely do. There is a high possibility. Yeah, Duchess, that was crazy. I had no idea. No, it is exhausting, Ava. It really is. Like there's enough. Can you imagine though? Like we're creators, right? It's one thing, like whatever. I fuck with me all you want. I'm just gonna ignore you eventually. Like it's just the stupidest shit. But these people are messing with the families of missing children and putting out salacious, horrific abuse stories that didn't happen, stories about all sorts of shit that didn't happen, factually did not happen, and people are running with it and doing all sorts of shit because they won't vet their information either. Like, I wish people could slow down sometimes. And I guess maybe I'm so untrusting and I side eye the fuck out of everybody. It's also a downfall of mine because I just don't have the time. But I fucking no, no, there is nothing on here that you're gonna ever come to my email with and be like, "It's 911, it's an emergency," that I'm gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, this needs attention." This is YouTube. These are other people's stories that we talk about. If there's something emergency, call 911. I can't fix the shit for everybody. And I think creators all get that. Like, it's so important. You guys, this is the shit we deal with. This is the shit that happens to so many people. And this is why I'm so sick and tired of these creators running with this shit and doing this. This isn't a missing child. So where we're going to start off here, let me see. Chasing played a clip last night when I was in there. And let me just say, oh, yeah. So this live stream, we are basically going to be discussing the creators and kind of the update of the rumors that they have started and the new spins and the twists of misinformation. And the next one that I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through some of the psychics, medium, and tarot card readers, their exploitation. Like I said, I've got 55 on my list, but we're going to start off. I'm going to show you kind of a little bit more of the intense ones, their monetization, how much the views they get, like kind of walk you through like how much this stuff spreads and how it does just in that community. I also have on my horizon will be the prison TikTokers, the ex-con not TikTokers, YouTubers who also do true crime. So they are, and again, people can change, nothing against any of that, but we talk about the true crime genre, and then there's legs off of it. So there's the psychic, mediums, tarot card readers on a leg of it, and then there is also like people who are ex-cons that do this and pump out content and misinformation too. There's just a lot here, but I'm going to kind of break it down in genres and show you how the misinformation travels through these segments. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go over here. This is courtesy of the wonderful Chasing that I knew this existed because unfortunately I do not have time to keep up with all of this. Well, then we're going to switch after Slimy. We're going to switch to Pascal and end it out with Dolly Vision and Dolly Vision's push to petition for a spokesperson of Seth Rogers to be removed. Why the fuck are YouTube creators petitioning for a family spokesperson who came in to potentially help this family to be removed? Oh, wait, because they need the content. Quick shout out to Kathy Malicious Intent. Thank you guys for all being members and being here with me. Some of you are renewing. Thank you all. And Mike, I'm just a jerk lately because hate seeing what's going on in the true crime community. Thanks, Becky, for clearing it up. Mike, I got you. I just didn't want anybody coming at you because I knew I was like, oh, poor Mike in my comment section. Poor Mike's going to get. Yeah, we are going to talk about, Chronicles. Yeah, we're going to go there too. All right. Let's get into this. Buckle up.
Lungs are.
Oh, this is all under fair use. This is based on my opinion only, for educational purposes, because this really isn't entertainment. There's a missing child. There really is.
Not good. I know we're going to watch that. I hate to say Told you so. Yeah. We're going to watch that. I got a lot to say, man. I got so much to say. I just couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it, man. I couldn't take it. Yeah. I got a nebulizer machine over there I'm having to take. A steroid shot machine over there I'm having to take.
Okay, come on.
It's all good. It's all good in Smiley's hood. I'm not no victim.
Oh, we know that. We know that.
But Katie's about to be pissing me off. Katie barred the door today, honey.
Katie's about to be pissing her off.
She's about to piss me off because I'm out here looking for her child or researching, and I'm sick, and she's laying up like Snow White getting her sleep.
So you're complaining because you're out here searching. I mean, you haven't left your chair, it doesn't seem like. But you're out here searching, sick, poor you, right? Holding up a piece of paper with that you printed out with this flyer on it saying you're doing a whole lot, right? But you're doing more than her. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And all the things. She thinks this shit's funny.
You really think that Katie thinks this is funny that her child is missing? Do you even understand what that woman is going through?
She thinks it's funny. I've about had enough of this. And I don't even know her. Lord Jesus.
Chap, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships, y'all. Thank Chapped if you got a gifted membership. Thank you. And I just got... you guys are the sweetest. I got a bunch of you to respond to. I was on the phone all morning.
Lord Jesus. Help us all.
Thank you, chat.
So many things. Let me share this because I want to try not to get out of order because I don't know how much I can stay in order and keep it calm. I don't want to lose it before I... Good to see y'all too. I love y'all. All right, hold on a minute. Let's just watch this in case y'all haven't saw this, okay?
One other thing before I forget, I shared Duchess's update on the blip boards. Thank you all that helped with that. So much appreciated. There's a community post on her page. All of that information is updated. She also did an update on the factual information in Sebastian's case. Please go check those out. Once again, thank you for all you do, Duchess.
What happened?
I showed up early for the polygraph. Mr. Kendall contacted me and told me that he'd be there well before the time that we had stated. So I showed up and I sat in the chair and let him attach those things to me and took the polygraph.
Have you ever had a polygraph before?
No, ma'am.
And what kind of questions did the polygrapher Kendall Schewel ask you?
If I had ever wanted to harm anybody, if I ever wanted to hurt my son, if I'd ever hurt my son, if I'd ever had anything to do with his disappearance.
Question. You said they hooked you up. What do you mean by that, Seth Rogers?
They put things on my hands. They wrapped cords around me. They had a blood pressure cuff on me to measure my blood pressure, measure my heart rate, my breathing rate, things like that.
I still have some questions about why he came out and told everybody that he fell asleep during it. It was in Slimy's chat that happened. I showed those messages of his conversation.
How long did it take?
It took a minute.
It took 60 seconds. Could you be precise or more precise? How long do you think it took?
We were there for 3 hours, 4 hours.
That's about right. It's not easy. Okay, sit tight, Seth. And again, thank you for being with us. Out to Kendall Schewel, as I told you, former head of the entire FBI polygraph program in D.C. Kendall, thank you. When we put out the word that Seth Rogers would take a polygraph, we contacted you because of your reputation. You quickly agreed, and I thank you for that. Again, this was not free. He was paid to do the polygraph. He owes nothing to anybody, and therefore was not swayed one way or the other. He had never met Seth Rogers before in his life. Mr. Shule, I've looked very carefully at your polygraph report right here. Number one, you start off by saying it was conducted using a comparison question format that meets U.S. government standards. What is a comparison question format? What is that?
It's a format that's
If you guys haven't seen this, this was just the recent. She'll start talking again in a minute.
well accepted by the polygraph community, particularly the American Polygraph Association. There are certain formats that we can use that are more acceptable, that we know are more reliable.
I don't know.
And this was one of those. Certainly a test format that I would want to use to make sure we're doing everything right to get the correct results. So this is again a format of polygraph that is widely accepted as a standard in the FBI world and in the polygraph world in general.
Now, she has a link out.
Come on, get to it. Let me fast forward her.
Hold on. Y'all don't be laughing at me. I'm going to be on all this stuff. Look, okay. So Seth passed the lie detector test. There was all kinds of rumors going around.
Cobalt Blue, I think you're lost because you're out here talking about taking channels down and doing stuff. So I'm not sure why you're in here. But you can go away. Goodbye.
Around and that he didn't pass, he fell asleep, yada, 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 yada. Okay. All I said in the beginning was lie detector tests don't mean anything. Okay? They don't.
Oh, but wait. The fact that Chris didn't. What? They don't mean anything now, of course, because it's.
First of all, the only thing they mean to me is if you're willing to take one or if you're not. And, you know, it says a lot. What do you have to hide? That's my thing. But here's the thing. Now that it's come out on here that Seth has passed his nationally through Nancy Grace, you know what I want to know? Well, why can't LE come out and say Chris and Katie has officially passed theirs?
Law enforcement didn't come out and say that Seth passed his. Nancy Grace did.
What's the big deal? Nothing else.
What's the big deal? Why do you need that information? Obviously, if they didn't, there's probably a reason why they're keeping it close one way or the other. Law enforcement doesn't owe us anything, but law enforcement didn't announce that Seth passed his. Nancy Grace did.
In this case is shaken, right? I mean, if they're not guilty, come on down. The price is right.
Oh, really? The price is right, huh? Interesting. This is to point out that someone knows his son so well, he didn't realize that was someone else's child in that photograph. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that too. That comes up in Pascal's. That does get mentioned. Thank you for that, Brianna. And we're going to discuss a little bit about that.
Show it. Put it out there. Who cares? In a court of law, it ain't going to matter anyway. It's not going to stand up. Who cares? They took it. Okay. Okay. Now can we see? No, they don't owe us anything.
Correct. They don't.
They don't owe us nothing.
No.
Nor do we owe them jack shit for finding their kid either.
You haven't found their kid. Are you fucking joking right now? We don't owe them jack shit for finding their son. Sebastian's still missing.
Touche. However, show it. Fair's fair, right? Fair's fair. Seth has his out nationally that he's passed. Where's Katie and Chris's? I just want to know. Ellie's not saying too much more.
Law enforcement has said that the parents have been fully cooperative, including Seth, Chris, and Katie. All three of them are parents of Sebastian, whether you like it or not.
Hey, I got a lot to say today. I might be a little bit slow. We might be here a while.
Oh, you've got a lot to say for sure.
We might be here a while. Y'all are just going to have to bear with me a minute. And it might be kind of jumbled and mixed up, but I'm going to get here to what I want to say.
At least she changed her background.
I just want to know where the press conference is from the good old boys that they passed the polygraph test. Now that Seth has been publicly cleared from the polygraph test, at least. But again, we know that don't mean anything because I'm the one that's been hollering. It doesn't matter if you passed or not. Fair's fair. There's been serial killers to pass the polygraph test, so I got to be fair. I'm not saying Seth did anything wrong, but fair is fair, and I'll be fair on all sides. So, Chris, don't get your whiteys all in a tighty. I'll be fair. But where is your people saying you passed? I do want to see. And Katie, you sure are quiet, ma'am.
What do these people think? What do they expect from this family at this point in time?
You sure are quiet.
Why wouldn't she be quiet? Anything she says is twisted into something it's not. God, she's something else.
So, in the meantime, if y'all want to watch the other part of Nancy Grace, you can. It's come out. There's a link to it. I'm sure somebody has it. If you don't, I can put it out later. I got it. I don't feel like searching for it. I did listen to it. It's about 39 minutes. It'll come out tomorrow. It didn't say much except for it's talking about the boy and the lady in North Carolina. In the meantime, as they were talking about that, today's update come out. Sumner County sure could find it in their hearts to do a press release talking about that. And they said that it is not Sebastian officially. Did y'all see that?
Yes. For those of you that haven't seen that yet, the photos that they've been pushing off since North Carolina as a potential is not, unfortunately, Sebastian. And the mom of that child that people have been putting all over the internet has asked for people to stop and take them down. He is a child. And it's unfortunately not Sebastian. As much as people wanted to make that into it being Sebastian, Chris came out, and people are pissed about this too. Chris came out right away and said that that was not Sebastian. But law enforcement still did their thing. Seth was out here telling people that he believed it was. Okay, well, end of the story. That photo is not him. And we're going to see more about that on Pascal's.
I posted it on my community wall. So they found it that
I wish we could get a hold of that woman and tell her to get in contact with YouTube and do privacy, because people have her son as the thumbnail for their videos. They're still showing it. It's so beyond. And that is a child. That is a minor child.
decided, and I bet Seth is crushed. They made a press release today. Chloe, the PI, put it out, so I'm sure she's been in touch with Seth. And Sumner County said the department has a press statement. The photo of the child in North Carolina is not Sebastian Rogers. Please be careful sharing this photo further, as it does look like a minor child, and they deserve privacy. Thank you, Sonny Weatherford, Eric Craddock, Chief Deputy. Dear media representatives, we would like to provide an important update regarding the recent photographs circulated in connection with the search of Sebastian Rogers. After coordinated efforts and law enforcement agencies in North Carolina, we have determined that the child depicted in the photograph is not Sebastian Rogers. We understand the gravity and the situation and the concerns it has raised. Our collaborative efforts with law enforcement agencies continue to unabated as we remain committed to finding Sebastian. So it is not Sebastian, according to them in their press release.
According to them in their press release, factually speaking. Again, they've tried to put this whole disregard law enforcement thing. We don't trust them. They're not doing enough kind of. No, factually, this is not Sebastian. As much as anybody would love that to have been the case and know that he is okay, it is not him. It's got to be stopped.
I guess we have to go with what they say. However, I would just state a couple of things. We'll have to go with what they say.
We'll have to go with what they say. The resistance.
They are the law.
No shit. Look at how disappointed she is. I'm to the point where I think these creators ultimately, in fact, I'm going to tell you a comment that I saw. I've been trying to find where it was so I can screenshot it, and I think they removed it. Somebody flat out said, why do I care about people's thumbnails and all of these things? Because they don't anticipate the child to be found alive. They're never going to see this anyways, was the excuse I was given. You know how disgusted I am with people? If you are at that point and you think, who cares? Because like, I am so disgusted in humanity. So fucking disgusted with you people.
I still wonder why that video was not showed to Seth. And I have to also wonder why, in my opinion, in my theories, Chris Proudfoot was the very first one, because he's not a blood relative, a sperm donor, or anything else to Sebastian Rogers, that when this picture first came out, that he decided to say and jump on it, and the first one to say this was not Sebastian Rogers.
Trying to get ahead of the shitstorm that you guys made this into for weeks on end. And unfortunately, Seth didn't. I don't know if Seth thought it was his. I have no idea. But obviously, Chris was with. I mean, come on, people. Moms know and identify things that other people aren't going to. The hair color, for one. And then it got twisted to they probably dyed the hair. I mean, just complete bullshit here.
I have heard all the Matt calls. I have heard everything. Yep, see, Wood, it appears to be a minor child. I thought they said they knew who it was in the picture. Exactly. And also, I have to wonder why.
Chris, I think, is at work, but I'm sure he talks to Katie all the time. I'm sure they communicated over this photo when it started circulating. Y'all, like,
the lady did not come out and say, you know, I just happened to be walking by. I'm this person in the picture. I was not even with that boy. They just caught me at a glimpse. There's so many things that's kind of weird.
You know what's weird to me? Back to the basics of this photo, the fact that it should have just been called into law enforcement and left alone and let law enforcement investigate instead of playing this up and down game, because whoever released that to social media had already supposedly turned it into law enforcement. Let law enforcement do their jobs. But it was like, oh no, let's circulate another possibility here. And did some people think that it was absolutely him? Yes, absolutely. But it was brought for a reason, in my opinion.
And especially after hearing this Matt guy on 2 different channels. I don't know.
And now there's the supposed Matt going around calling into shows too.
But again, I don't know. It's pretty strange. Yeah, and how could Katie not know if that was her son? So now I'm fixing to go to Miss Katie, the one that will not come out and talk. So are y'all ready for this?
Here we go. Nasty.
Katie Proudfoot, where are you when the whole damn world is falling apart? Katie Payne.
No, I tend to not watch Dolly Vision because he makes my stomach turn. He is absolutely one of the most vile, disgusting, low scum sucking trash buckets I've seen. When you can have an arrow pointing at Sebastian, whether it was directed at Chris, the statement or not, the arrow was pointed at Sebastian with Mr. Pissy Pants across the top. Yeah, it looks like it's finally changed, but he's probably one of the top most disgusting humans on this app that I've seen. Right up there with a bunch of the rest of them. I have no use to listen to him or his fake fabricated phone calls of insanity. None.
Katie Proudfoot, Katie Lynn, mother of Sebastian, Wayne Drake Rogers. Where are you? Why are you in hiding? Why are you letting these men look stupid? Look stupid for you. Chris is trying to defend you, his wife. I was thinking about this. It does a girl good to be offline and sit back and watch and listen. Chris is trying to, he says, defend his wife, going out in blazes, a blaze of glory for his family, for his wife. I've been hearing him around. I'm going to read y'all these lyrics. There's this song, folks, okay? I want y'all to hear this song. It's called Glory of Love. This was back in my day, honey. Somebody had this song for me one time. They ain't in my life no more, but anyway. It reminds me of back in the day, but never mind all that. I'm just telling y'all. This is who Chris, I now see in Chris, okay? And the song goes like this. It says, tonight it's very clear. We're both lying here. There's so many things I want to say. I will always love you. I would never leave you alone. Sometimes I just forget, say things I might regret. It breaks my heart to see you crying. I don't want to lose you. I could never make it alone. I'm a man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. I will live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love.
Why are you butchering this song? I love that song, and you are butchering it and twisting it.
You keep me standing tall. You keep me through it all. I'm always strong when you're beside me. I could never make it alone. I'm a man who will fight for your honor. I will be the hero you're dreaming of. I will live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. It's like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago. Just in time, I will save the day, take you to my castle far away. I'm a man who will fight for your honor. I will be the hero that you're dreaming of. We're going to live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. We'll live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. We did it all for the glory of love.
Man, really?
We did it all for the glory of love. We did it all for the glory of love. No, damn it. You didn't do it all for the glory of love. No, hell to the no. That's the kind of man you need to run from, Katie May.
Katie May?
Katie Lynn. You need to run and never look back, but that's not what you did. In fact, it just hit me. This song may be old, but it perfectly fits Chris, in my opinion, from these last couple of months, what I've known about him.
Is she okay? Anybody okay?
Somebody wants to come up? Okay. Hold on. Here we go.
This is so weird.
Who are we letting up? There we go. I only want whoever's coming up. Who's coming up?
Ma'am, are you okay? Can somebody check on her? I am too, Cash. She just ruined that song. This is Chasing. I know. I would have never. This is Chasing's fault because Chasing caught this and I heard it and I was like, hell.
All right, Mama, let me see your face, please.
Duchess, we might need to.
Can I see your face, please? You can keep your screen down, but I just need to see your face.
For the glory of love. I'm glad she didn't do that though.
Show me your face. Okay.
It is your fault.
You want to take your screen down?
I think it's so.
I can't hear you. Okay.
I find it so funny when people struggle with this stuff because I do too. 20 hours later. That face right there. Uh-huh.
Had you rather call in?
Stumped.
You want to call in?
Stumped. Oh, still haven't figured it out. And still.
Opinion. I bet he had lost
let's back.
a woman. In my opinion, I bet he had lost many besides 4 before he got to you. But the difference is, ma'am, in my opinion, you put your only begotten son last to that man, Mr. Chris, and you chose Mr. Chris over your son, in my opinion.
Well, thankfully, your opinion means shit because that's not factual. I highly doubt.
And y'all are both going to go down in a damn blaze of glory, in my opinion.
Now they're going down in a blaze of glory when we don't even have a crime. We have a missing child. But they're going down in a blaze of glory.
Y'all are going to go down in a blaze of glory together.
And this is what I feel like right now. I fell into a burning ring of fire. We went down, 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 and the crazies got crazier. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. That's this bitch. I feel like we're all in the ring of fire listening to this shit. You're welcome.
And this is what happened. If you couldn't keep Sebastian and Chris, you got rid of Sebastian and you was not going to give him to Seth. If you couldn't have him, then Seth was not going to have him either. And that's my opinion, come hell or high water. Because that's the kind of trifling person you are. I can see right through you. I've been sick and I've been out, but I've been watching and I've been listening, and I'm not dead yet, girl. And I've been doing a lot of things and a lot of research and a lot of listening.
She's been doing a lot, doing the most. We know you've been doing the most.
And on my worst days, I'm doing more for your child right now, I guarantee you, than you done for him when he was alive and well way before this happened.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear what she just said? Let me back it up. Let me back that up and let me put it on regular speed so you can hear it one more time in its full glory. Speaking of blaze of glory, here you go.
And that's my opinion, come hell or high water. Because that's the kind of trifling person you are. I can see right through you. I've been sick and I've been out, but I've been watching and I've been listening, and I'm not dead yet, girl. And I've been doing a lot of things and a lot of research and a lot of listening. And on my worst days, I'm doing more for your child right now, I guarantee you, than you done for him when he was alive and well way before this happened. I've been sitting here thinking about it and don't have a problem saying it and don't care who likes it or agrees or disagrees. I have no doubts in my mind saying that. None, not a one.
It was probably good I was muted because I cussed that fucking bitch out. I said, mods, if you see anything like that, feel free to get rid of it. I got it. You guys all said the same thing. You guys are like, Becky's on a rant. I just said that if anybody comes in here disparaging any of the parents, boot the fuck out of. We don't have any proof that anything, absolutely, we have no proof of anything that happened. And they are disparaging all of them. They don't give a fuck about anything going on here factually. So Kenzie came in. I forgot that I muted. Sorry.
And it's okay. Some people just ain't cut out to be parents. And that's okay.
Let me go back one more time. Just so you guys can hear how sick you fucking people are.
Days. I'm doing more for your child right now. I guarantee you.
Absolutely, you can love the parents because all three of them have a missing child and need supported versus being torn to shreds over things we don't know. Has Seth made some absolute missteps, in my opinion? Yes. But are YouTubers absolutely taking advantage of vulnerable parents in a terrible situation? Yes.
Than you done for him when he was alive and well way before this happened. I've been sitting here thinking about it.
So you sitting there thinking about this means that you've done more for Sebastian than Katie ever did his entire life? Make it make sense.
And don't have a problem saying it. And don't care who likes it or agrees or disagrees. I have no doubts in my mind saying that. None, not a one. And it's okay.
She claims that she's a friend of Sebastian's. She's one of Sebastian's friends, right? She loves this family, this kid, meanwhile kicking his mother. If you we don't have any proof that he doesn't love them to the moon and back. They're his folks. And right now, this is, be nice.
Some people just ain't cut out to be parents. And that's okay. It's obvious you were one of those. But him, you didn't abort him like you was alleged to do all the others before you had him. Some people just use that as birth control. That's a damn shame, in my opinion.
Well, you know what? In your opinion, you're overlooking the fact that she was very young when she got pregnant with Sebastian. So if that would have been factual, then that means that his biological father would have been impregnating a minor. If you want to get factual on things. Again, information we don't even need to know because it has nothing to do with Sebastian being missing. But if you want to play factual here, which you don't like to do, then maybe you should have realized what you just said would make Seth worse than what fuck. These people. Oh,
it would have been nice if you didn't want him to just hand him over to his father or gave him to somebody to love and really care for him.
Hand him over to his father. If his father thought there was all this going on, he should have intervened. But there wasn't. They were working together. They seem to have a pretty decent relationship in a co-parenting situation.
There's many out there that wanted him, I'm sure, just the way he was.
All these random strangers on the internet. Isn't it so interesting how they love and this is gross. This is fucking gross.
Where are you at now, Katie? While the whole entire world is blowing up.
I see. Justine, just so you know how this works over here, because you're new here, we talk factual. Factually speaking, there is no evidence to provide that any of the parents have done anything. But when you speak factually, things like this will be pointed out. That might make you uncomfortable. It's hide nor hair of the situation. It has nothing to do with Sebastian being missing. But if you don't want me to be factual about the shit Seth has said out of his own mouth, doesn't matter. I don't dislike the dude. I have nothing. It's not personal. But Seth opened up a can of worms with a lot of shit he said that was unnecessary. I still don't think he had anything to do with the disappearance of his child whatsoever. But we're not going to ignore and play this game that Seth is this fucking hero on a fucking white horse riding in. Not going to happen here because that's not factually speaking. We talk in facts. If that's not something that you can handle and you have feelings of needing to be Team Seth or Team Chris and Katie, you probably won't like it here because we aren't Team anybody but Team the truth. And there's a missing child that needs to be brought home, and we have no evidence of a fucking crime even at this point in time. This is a missing child who should be brought awareness to, not all the drama and the fucking bullshit. So trust and believe it's not going to be warm and fuzzy for your feelings. And you won't sit in my comment section pointing out all of these, we don't do that over here. We deal in reality, not this fictional fucking universe of pick a parent. That's fucking weird.
About where your son is at. Where are you at now? Why are you allowing Chris to talk for you? Come out, taking all the attention off of you.
And by the way, before anybody states it one more time, because this bitch is just going to up my blood pressure even more, because this is some of the most disgusting shit that I've heard. Well, I mean, it's up there with all the rest of them. Sebastian has been completely lost in all of this. And I am so sick of you adults coming into comment sections thinking you're entitled to continue to kick these people and then deserve respect or a safe place in my comment section. Y'all are just the same as me. Y'all have channels too. You have opinions, go put them on there. And then we'll critique them with all your bullshit insanity. I'm so sick of people saying, don't go after subs. No, subs are spreading this information and misinformation intentionally all the time. So I will address you saying stupid shit in the comment section. You're not just a sub to me. You're the exact same as me. I just choose to be behind a screen and put what is going on here on Front Street. But this ain't about attacking subs before that gets started. You say something stupid, I'll address you.
And letting these men fight over you. And talk about your son.
Phoenix, I am absolutely okay. I just hit the point of don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a shit. There's a missing child and his family is being trashed from one side to the other over misinformation, rumors, and disinformation, intentional misinformation, like people like Mark W. and other people are doing to this family. Complete rumors and speculation. No, I'm not okay because I worry about how the family is doing. I am a creator on YouTube on a fucking free app that gets to shut it off at the end of the day. The family doesn't get to do it. So no, I'm not okay because I know that they're not okay. And these rumors and speculation are not helping bring Sebastian home. So maybe I shouldn't say I'm okay. I'm okay with being angry. I hope more of you are angry. I hope more of you start speaking up and saying enough is enough. We have to stop doing this to these victims. Victims deserve fucking better. And I'm okay with being angry over it. 100%.
And make fun of your child like Chris has. Why? Where are you? Where are you ever at as a human being, as a mother, as a person, Katie? You can speak. You're not weak. You're not dumb. You were in the military, lady. You went through hard times in your life. We all know your background, whether we put it out here or we don't, ma'am. Whether it's important to this or it's not, ma'am. We know all about the bullshit in your family. Some of us it matters to, some of us it don't give two shits to. But you're no weakling and you're no dummy. Oh, is she in the chat? Would she like to come up here? Calling Katie. Calling Katie. In fact, you were willing to go along with the Bauer socks and your husband to take Nina's baby and torture her and laugh. You're willing to laugh since your own son has been missing and mock him, make fun of him, and look at Chris in the interviews.
I'm sorry, but again, I go back to show me where they were mocking him. Show me where.
And laugh. You've lied. Where is your son, Katie? You hold every answer. You hold every answer. I don't know about another creator.
If for 1 second, I'm sure if she held the answers, she would have told somebody at this point in time. No matter what you guys have tried to spin this narrative to be, it's just not there.
On YouTube, but I'm fully fed up with your crap. I believe I believe the guy that worked with Terry Bauer socks.
Convenient. The guy that worked with Terry Bowersock's name is Matt. One of aliases that was used by the creeper pretending to be people. Could it be somebody? Who knows as far as that goes, but these guys will just run with the information like it's factual.
That went on Jay for Justice. Oh, I heard him. I believe the Matt guy that also went on Clutch Them Pearls.
Oh, isn't it ironic that this Matt guy just happened to find Jay for Justice and Justin for Spanky, Justice for No One? Isn't it ironic that this person, just randomly calls into two of the biggest false narrative pushers in this situation?
He can come on here and talk to me if he wants to. I also believe, I didn't hear all of it, but I believe the most part of what was talked about on Crime Lines and Lies. Again, I didn't hear all of it, so I can't say all of it's true.
Of course you believed it. You guys eat that shit up like nothing else. That's why it works. That's why it works for these creeps to get involved in these cases, because these people never run out of content with those people around.
But I would like to know what that dent in the garage is. Katie. I don't want to hear from Chris. I want to hear from Katie. It's time you started speaking up, Katie. It's okay. Nobody saw it but me. Tell her nobody saw it but me. I'm the only one that can see her face. That's just to make sure that she's not going to porn bomb me or something. Honey, nobody will see it for me. We just do that to make sure she don't get porn bombed. Or I don't get porn bombed. Y'all didn't see it.
Oh, this woman just grinds my fucking gears. What a fucking waste of. Oh. If anybody agrees with this woman, if anybody agrees with what she just said, that she did more for her son and the stuff about Yeah. Fuck out of here. Y'all are sick. Hey. Never mind. I'll be nice. It's getting really hard for me to fucking be halfway decent, even remotely decent with these scumbags. Can you even fucking imagine what they're going through when these people do this? She just goes into blank space here.
To her again, please. She can call in. And it's a good thing that I have her. I'm telling you, and I'm live.
Oh, God.
If there's something she needs to tell, she can. So that brings us right back home to you, where you've locked yourself, what I said from day one, in the house with Sebastian. No way in and no way out, lady. And there's no damn way he could have walked out on the porch like Chris said. Chris, you wasn't there, remember? Stop giving all those details. So now we're back to Smiley's world, Smiley's thoughts, and Smiley's opinions. There's no way Sebastian walked out of that house So where is he, Katie? We want to hear from you. Where are you, Katie? Why are you in hiding, Katie? What did you do with him, Katie?
So this has been the new push, is they've been trying to say that Katie is hiding, that she's in hiding. There was another channel I told you guys about the other day that popped up, a TikToker's coming to YouTube trying to do the same thing. She's in hiding. She's not talking. What's going on with her? She holds the key, blah, blah, blah.
You're supposedly the last one, and supposedly the only one with him, Katie. Unless Chris was there. We know you gave that one interview on Reels or whatever it was. Somebody dropped the link if you know. I'm pardon me, I forgot. Hey, Jay. Like 5 minutes or something like that. But Katie, come out and stop hiding if you have nothing to hide. Come talk. Not with your phone in your hand. Not with your computer. Not with your knight in shining armor. Because he's not going to go in the blaze of glory with you. Tell the truth what happened. What are you afraid of, Katie? Who are you afraid of? Who have you got all tangled up in this mess, Katie? Who have you got tangled up in this mess, in this spider web? Who's really fixing to go down in this blaze of glory?
You. And it went down, down, down the ring of fire. Bye, bitch.
I can tell you in the end, it's not going to be your knight in shining armor, Katie. And it won't be for an ever love. That's a fact.
Oh, is she going to cry now? Is she going to fake push the tears out? She's going to shed more tears? This is fucking gross.
I got a whole bunch of questions for you. I've been sitting here thinking while I've been sick. Katie? Yeah, he's not going to protect her much longer.
And people support this shit.
And you got Chris running around doing sling blade voice calls, thinking he's funny.
Oh my God, who cares if he had a laugh one night? So
The hell is so funny about any of this? Really? Nothing. Yeah, he's already looking at number 6. Jay said, does anyone think he may restrict our communications like he did Nina? I think it's a possibility.
I did too.
I think it's a possibility. I think I said that before, like I think he has one of them trackers on her phones. I don't know if you know about that or not, but you can put trackers on phones, and I think she knows it too. Like, I'm
Kyle and I track each other all the time. It's just on. Our location services are on. It's for no nefarious reason. What the fuck? Our location services are always on.
convinced he knows her every move.
What the?
Even before all this, I
weird?
think he knows every time she talks to somebody, message, text, everything.
Kyle could pick up my phone at any point in time and go through every single thing. He wouldn't be. Nothing would be. This is.
I just feel like he knows.
Stop.
Yes, I agree.
Who cares?
Exactly. That's the truth. Yeah.
They're the first people to say, make sure you know where your spouse, your all this stuff, anytime they can use it in the opposite direction. But then, God forbid, you do. These people have lost it. They will switch anything to fit a narrative.
And that's probably something that. Let's look it up.
Jaded, he's putting his butt in my face and he's trying to sit on my hand. He's a mess. He quit.
Oh yeah, I used to love her, but I had to kill her. I used to love her. Yeah, but I had to kill her. I had to put her 6 feet under, and I still hear her complain. I used to love her. Oh yeah, but I had to kill her. I used to love her. Oh yeah.
What? Now Guns N' Roses, much better song of. Are you people fucking okay? Are you guys okay?
But I had to kill her. I knew I'd miss her, so I had to keep her. She's buried right in my backyard. Well, yeah. Oh yeah. I used to love her, but I had to kill her. I used to love her. Oh yeah.
Audacity. Are you fucking okay? Are you okay?
But I had to kill her. She bitched so much, she drove me nuts, and now I'm happier this way. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Take it for what it is. I used to love her, but I had to kill her. I used to love her. Oh yeah. But I had to kill her. I had to kill her. Oh, 6 feet under, and I can still hear her complain. Yeah, girl, you better watch out. I'm telling you, crazy stuff is going on, and I don't think you safe. That is, I used to love her by Guns N' Roses.
What the fuck?
No, they didn't post that. We were just, I had brought up a song earlier in my live, Jay, and I was just talking about it, and somebody said this is a much better choice. But yeah, it's just, it's also crazy. It's also crazy. Yeah, because we were talking about the Blaze of Glory. I'm like, I was just thinking about that song, and I had read the lyrics to it. I'm like, it fits him like the song. I was thinking about it earlier. It was back in the 80s or something, and I read the lyrics to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she thinks he's the knight in shining armor, and yeah, I don't know, it's just weird, but yeah.
Are these people okay?
Crazy, just crazy. All this mess. But he's not. I don't know. He's like, why is he talking for her? Everything. Where is she at? Yeah. Yep. I said, if you have somebody like that now, you need to run. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. It's just a bunch of stuff. And
she's a dumb twat, not even a twit. She's a dumb twat, since they hate that word so much.
I just feel like that now that they say this is not Sebastian, I don't know. And what do y'all think about, did y'all see this where they're taking the posters down in Walmarts? At some Walmarts. I forgot, like the day before yesterday where it was at. This one, I think it was in, I don't know where this one said. There's another bulletin board. I think it was in Tennessee. And they were saddened because they left the Walmart and didn't see it. So they went and asked them, and they said they just do it every month. I never heard of that, but his was taken down. Like, man, this is crazy.
Oh, not another rumor about somebody else doing it, which was not factual to begin with?
So, I don't know, man.
We know you don't know.
I just feel like This needs to hurry up and get Katie needs to come out and say something, you know? Or Ellie needs to start getting on the ball. I mean, I know they're doing the best they can, but yes, he goes Thursday, right? Yep. I feel like he will.
Look at them. They are so excited about Chris going to court over Faith. Look at the pure joy that these creators, Jay for Justice. Right now, I would.
And
it would be a safety thing. So I would expect no changes, period, because the Proudfoots aren't even safe in their own home.
He's not going to be happy. Yeah, Shelly. They're not talking about those anymore, right?
This is disgusting.
It's very strange. The military had to order special boots for baby Proudfoot. Yeah, I don't know either, like what judge would do that, especially now.
No, I said the Proudfoot family is not safe in their home. They're not. All these crazy stalkers and stuff driving around doing things, they're not safe in their own home. Oh, shit.
Wow. Yeah, when they get possessive like that, that's really bad. Nina had one. We'll never get Faith now. Yay.
Thank you.
Blips. Yeah. Well, maybe they're around there. Sometimes the blips, you know, they just go off and on, and sometimes they're hard to see. So maybe they're still around there. So they go to court Thursday, right?
No, I just got another horrible video. Oh my God.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare do that. Thank you, Deb. Yeah. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I knew it. I knew they were going to do that.
Yeah. Well, I just hope that whatever
I see that. Yeah, I'm.
happens, it happens soon, you know. Because I know.
No, Brian. Let me show you guys what I just got. I just got sent this. It's not factual. It says Sebastian Rogers remains found in retention pond in Mississippi. It's not true. It's not confirmed. It's not. People are putting. This was from 21 minutes ago. 21 minutes ago. No, Duchess. No, like I'm so like I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I don't fucking know what to do. I'll pull that one up too, you guys. Like
now it's just a matter of time. I mean, something's got to crack. If it's not, it's going to go cold. It'll end up just like Summer. Yeah, I don't think Don and Candace got a lawyer. They had one for the boys, but they never got a lawyer. Yeah. I just say if you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing. I don't know why they don't go ahead and just get it out. Come talk. Katie, you know, come talk. Where are you at? Why are you letting people control you and making you look like a dum-dum? We know you're not dumb. We know you're not. Again, using the military. You know, so unless you was dishonorably discharged for whatever reason.
That's not true. We know. Fucking. They will just take anything. Okay, we're gonna switch gears for a minute. I'm gonna go. We're gonna watch this one. Please bear with me. This is too far. What the fuck are you people doing? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Look at this. Look at this intro. By the way, none of this is confirmed. Please do not run with this anywhere because this is not factual. I don't even know what to say.
Podcast. I'm your host, T. Hello to my loyal subs. I hope you're having a great day. And to anyone new here, a warm welcome. Thank you.
And by the way, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you can fuck right off with your disgusting, salacious speculation and rumor starting. So one rumor gets squashed. The photo's not him. And here we go with the next ones.
You so much for checking out my channel. All I ask is that after watching and or listening to the video, if you find you enjoyed it, please smash the like button, consider subscribing, feel free to share, and hit that notification bell. And with all that out of the way, let's dig in. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers has been missing for more than 2 months. This week, the Rankin County coroner in Flowood, Mississippi, said that skeletal remains were discovered in a pond and also on the shore of the pond.
Skeletal remains.
Coroner David Ruth said Tuesday, "It's still too early to determine if there was foul play involved. The crime lab is going to use DNA evidence to try and find out who the person is and how they died." Now, this pond is 6.5 hours by car from Sebastian's home in Stafford Court, Tennessee. The investigation into whose leg this is began around 7:15 p.m. on Sunday when a group of teenagers who were fishing in the pond near Megham Road found the leg.
Jesus. What is happening, y'all? Like, what are we doing? This is so over the top. These are real people. This is the family that is going through the worst of the worst, and you guys are doing this shit? What is wrong with you? I gotta speed this shit up. I'm gonna fucking puke.
Detective Sean Haddikin said investigators are unsure how long the leg has been in the area, and he also said that additional body parts were found on Monday. Basically, the story is these poor kids were out fishing, and they actually hooked a sock that was attached to a leg. Now, this is a very rural area. There are actually no trespassing signs, and apparently there are also alligators in the pond. Investigators say they're going to look at missing person cases from the area as they await the results of the forensic exam by the state medical examiner and crime lab personnel. Hearing that a sock was attached to the leg just made me think of a child. Sorry, it did. But of course, we've been told by Katie Proudfoot that Sebastian walked out of his home barefoot.
So in other words, you took the opportunity to clickbait the fuck out of people with some misinformation once again and took it to a whole other level. I gotcha.
He emphasized that he wasn't wearing any shoes because all of his shoes were accounted for inside the home. Apparently, he didn't have that many shoes because as a child, his shoe size was changing all the time. To me, a pond with alligators seems like the perfect place to dump a body.
Yeah, make it make sense, huh, Duchess?
Very deep mine shafts are also really good. But this pond has really caught my attention. By the way, it's a retention pond that is owned by the city of Flowood near Jackson, Mississippi. And the whole area is restricted. And as I said, there are no trespassing signs clearly displayed. Well, guess who has told us that he's been searching in Mississippi? No, not Seth Rogers, Chris Proudfoot. He mentioned it on the Terry Lynn episode where she had the 3-hour phone call with him. He said he had to do business in Mississippi, so he was also searching in Mississippi. And Terry Lynn was like, well, why there? It's so far away. Why not Alabama? And that's when he said he had work there. I mean, the chances are that these remains are not Sebastian, but they could be. I hope to.
Are you fucking kidding? So we're just going to make a whole story and try to package it up and sell it to you because, you know, why not? It's content, right?
God, they're not. I'm just saying there's a connection here to Mississippi. This is kind of gross, but I looked up the rate.
You're fucking gross. I have never once. You've been sent to me many times, but you're fucking gross.
At which flesh decomposes in water And it said it can vary on various factors such as water temperature, the presence of microorganisms, oxygen levels, and other environmental conditions. But in general, flesh submerged in water can decompose at a slower rate compared to when exposed to air due to limited oxygen availability. Under normal conditions, it can take weeks to months for flesh to decompose in water, but the exact timeline will vary significantly based on all those factors I mentioned. Warmer water temperatures can accelerate the process, and obviously colder temperatures can slow it down. And then if there really are alligators in the pond, that also needs to be factored in. The articles I read about this leg said that it was badly decomposed. They also said that they haven't yet figured out if the remains belong to a male or a female. I'm going to share what the local news told its citizens about the case because I think it gives you a pretty good picture of the area and the details of the case. This means I can't monetize the video, but I think that this adds value.
This is a remote area of Flowood.
He's worried about monetizing your video, putting salacious speculation and misinformation out here.
Gives investigators reason to wonder if there's some form of foul play at work here. 2 kids were fishing at a pond near here and caught more than they were expecting. It was all hands on deck for Flowood and Rankin County Emergency Operations staff. They were scouring a remote pond because of a group of teens who were fishing where they were not supposed to be, but found the first clues of something sinister.
Kind of a, needle in a haystack, was out fishing and, hooked a sock that was attached to some human remains. And that's how this whole thing got started.
The retention pond is located on a remote stretch of property owned by the city of Flowood. It didn't take search teams long to locate other body parts, each bagged and tagged for investigators, and retrieved from a pond that happened to be a shallow waterway just a few feet deep, but far from everyday traffic. This is, again, city property. It is gated with no trespassing signs, no fishing signs, so there's very minimal traffic back here. And a pond known to have alligators. Investigators admit they have a lot of work to do, piecing together the clues of this case.
So now we wait to see the results of the tests on these remains. Again, I'm praying that they aren't Sebastian because I want him to be found alive and well until.
So now they're just watching every news broadcast anywhere and attempting to do this. And this is somebody's loved one. Yeah. I can't watch the rest of it. I'm going to be sick. This is okay. Let's go here before we'll do this one next. This creep. All right. Dolly vision. So I got wind last night that there's now a petition. So let's take a look at this.
Has ties with that police department and that sheriff's department. They need to move it out of that county and put it over in a different county. That's the only way this is going to get solved.
Yeah, because, maybe he does know some people in that area.
Otherwise, we're just.
The title of this petition that he's showing on his screen says, remove Tony Browse Mathis as the PR for Seth Rogers.
It's going to keep going around and around and around and around, and nothing's going to get done. And this poor baby, Lord, even though he's 15, he's still baby.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
It's out there somewhere.
It was started by somebody named Ivy J.
Whether it's his remains or his physical body where he's breathing and enjoying life, he needs to be brought home.
Absolutely.
And that bald-headed man, whatever his name is.
Tony Browse?
Yeah, that thing.
Uh-huh.
He needs to go because he's about as useless as a box of rocks.
There you go.
He lives hundreds of miles away, doesn't know these families personally, and he's out here trying to do spokesman.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You would be a better spokesman.
Well, I don't want to be no spokesman. He has a dad. I think Seth is a great spokesman. He just needs to go back doing Seth.
They want Seth to not have a spokesperson so they continue with all the salacious content that they've had. That's what the point of this is. They don't want Seth to have anybody that tries to calm down all the rumors and speculation because that would mean less content for them, in my opinion.
I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, all this back and forth and all this monotonous. It is him. It's not him. Chris knows it's not him. Mama and Daddy Papa Sock or whatever their Bauer Sock, whatever their name is.
Uh-huh.
Women off doing vacations. Terry.
Okay, so already it says 80 people has signed to remove Tony Browse Mathis as the PR for Seth Rogers. Sign it up.
So this is the work of Dolly and crew. This is the work of Dolly and crew because they don't want their salacious content of Seth to end. So they are doing a petition to remove him. Y'all realize this is a missing child, not a political campaign, right? I mean, I know your brains don't seem to work, but this is somebody that is trying to help calm rumors down, and they started a petition to remove him. I don't know who's all sharing it, Jessica, but this is disgusting. This is so disgusting. And Dolly Vision, you are, never mind. I have nothing fucking good to say. Complete scum. Complete and utter scum. All right. Yeah, I've heard great things about her. I can't, though. I'm sorry. You stand beside that and partake in shit like this by creating a petition and putting your name on it and sharing it out when this family's going through the work. This isn't a game. This is real life. This is real fucking life, people. This is a real family. How disgusting can you fucking be? All right, we're going to finish out with Pascal here. I can barely take any more of this. Like, that bed crime stories might be the kicker for me today. Okay, Pascal from today. Let's go. We're going to listen to it.
Now, I know that there's been a lot of conversation. I heard something about a leg being found. I have yet to see an article about that. Personally, I just heard that through the grapevine.
Oh, yep. Once again, we're going to start off right there.
Don't know if that's entirely true or not. Not here trying to throw.
It is true that they did find somebody. It is not confirmed that it has anything to do. In fact, I think it has been confirmed that the age and other things that wouldn't even be possible. But
Jade at anybody or anyone. I just haven't seen the article myself. I'm kind of waiting for that article to appear somewhere. But I understand that there are body parts that were found in Mississippi. I am still quite curious if that has any connection to this or not. All right, it could. It may not. Shoot, they could find body parts in Montreal right now, and I'd still be wondering, could it be connected? You know what I'm saying? Because it's been over 70 days, if I'm correct. Maybe I'm off by many or some days, but no matter what, it's been a while. It's been over 2 months since Sebastian Rogers has been seen. And you know what? I'm going to share with you guys his face, because we're going to keep on talking about it. We're going to keep on bringing him up as much as we can, as much as there are updates and new details. We're going to be talking about it. Okay. Facts, not drama. Okay. So let me pull this up really quick because some of
you won't be talking about shit then, will you, Pascal? Because all you've ran on is that rumors and speculation. You haven't once been factual in your coverage.
you guys are maybe new to the story, maybe new to the case, okay? But this young man went missing in February, late February, after having, allegedly, according to his mother, after having a really great day, going out, bowling, eating some great food. They went back home. They went to bed.
I will be putting a screen up over certain parts of this because he does exactly what the mother of the kid in North Carolina asked not to be done. So I will be putting a banner up over my screen shortly.
She was on the phone with her husband, his stepfather. She woke up the next day to get him to go to school, get him ready to go to school, and he was gone. He just disappeared out of nowhere. And that was well over 2 months ago. No one knows where this young man is. We are all still wondering what the heck happened here. And did he really just, as Seth said on the show in the past, did he just use a Jedi trick, like use the Force and levitate out the front door? Did he just evaporate into thin air? Like he's like next level David Blaine? We don't know. Obviously, those things are not, it's not real stuff, but you know what I'm saying. How could this young man just suddenly just get up and vamos?
I guess he deals in facts.
Without a trace, guys. It makes no sense, right? So we've all been wanting to know what's going on. And of course, a lot of us have been, I get the passion, I get the frustration. I most definitely understand the frustration. And I think that we have to realign our focus, right? But for a second there was this photo that was out here. And the reason why I'm bringing up this particular photo.
Ah, shit. Hold on. Okay. Carrying on.
Because we have some new stuff I want to share with you guys on this before we go on to other pastures here, okay? Before we go into the Nancy Grace podcast with the full interview and all that, we are going to be listening to that here in a second. There was a sighting, an alleged sighting of, we all got really excited when this photo surfaced. And people were like, yo, This person said, hey, I was in the area. I saw this kid looked a lot like Sebastian. I took that photo. Of course, TBI has it, and I also put this up here as well, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, just for content for you guys to run around with and, speculate and use for content for weeks on end, even though TBI had been working on it.
And of course, the internet erupted. Now, it obviously was extremely polarizing. Some people looked at the photo and said, oh, that be him. That's him. All right, that is Sebastian. But then there's other people on the other side, deniers, of course, saying, nah, I don't think it's him. Man, this may be AI, right? Remember AI for a second. I think that's important for us to remember. But there was a lot of debate about this. Apparently, people were taking the photo and putting it into AI detecting software. And apparently, it was coming back that it was not AI, right? There was even people speculating that the woman in the pink, okay, off to the side, as you can see, here's my mouse. If you can see my mouse, I'm circling around the woman in pink, okay?
It is purposely covered because they have asked, the mother of the minor child in these photos has asked for this to be taken down and stop sharing it. But he's going to completely disregard that. But he'll tell you that that's what she's asked.
Okay. There was a lot of speculation about this woman. There were people saying, oh, that's somebody who's connected to Seth. I saw her sitting with him because, doing such and such in this other spot, doing such and such. There's been all kinds of wild allegations. And let me say this really quick. I understand. All of us are emotionally attached to this case, or all of us that know about this case. Let me say that, okay? All of us that are attached to this case, that know about this case, are somewhat emotionally connected to the case. We all want this young man home. We all want him safe. That's all we want, right? So I get it that all of us out here are very passionate, right? Wanting this to be figured out as soon as possible, because as the days roll by, he is still out there and he is still, in my personal opinion, in danger. He's still in dire straits. But they were looking at this woman, lots of speculation. Some of these people had to step forward and go, guys, it's not me. Hi, that's not me. Sure, the profile, the side view of my face is close to that, but that is not me, okay? It's been pretty wild. There's been countless conversations about whether this is Sebastian or not. And is he being held against his will with anybody? Some people were speculating that this was a family member and all that. Well,
they even found a lady that was local at one of the searches and tried to make it. She had to come out and say, look, that was me. I'm not the same lady. It's a tan sweatshirt, not a pink one. Like, they have drug everybody into this.
We got some new information, okay? As of right after the show I did with you guys yesterday, there was new information that came out around that time. I didn't get a chance to hop on and talk to you guys about it, but I'm here to give you guys the information so that you guys can understand exactly what the heck is going on, okay? But I want to share this with you guys. Somebody did step forward. Remember when Seth and Tony came onto the show and we were talking about if this is somebody else's kid, and it's not Sebastian, wouldn't they have stepped forward by now and say, hey, whoa, this ain't Sebastian, this is my kid, right? And we all asked that question. Somebody, I think, asked that in the super chat. I thought it was very, very smart, okay? I thought that was...
A lot of people don't YouTube, Facebook, social media like this, so, okay.
It's extremely smart, a good point, and all that stuff, right? But somebody actually did. It's very interesting. Let's take a look at this.
Chronicles, isn't it funny how that switched around so fast? She bought a membership over here and was like, I think if, we agree. No. I knew where that was headed. Like, bleh.
All right. These are pics of my son. I won't say it out loud, but these are the pics of my son. Okay. Not the missing boy, Sebastian Rogers. And that's me in the pink shirt. Please remove all posts and pics of my son and me off Facebook, please. I pray you do find your son safely. Now,
okay, meanwhile, I'm going to explain to you what's behind this screen. He's got the Facebook post with all of the pictures up in a collage of pictures of this photo. Meanwhile, telling you that the post says these pics are of my son. I'm going to use an initial for short, J, not the missing boy, Sebastian Rogers. And that is me in the pink shirt. Please remove all posts and pics of my son and me off Facebook, please. I pray you do find your son safely.
One thing I will say is I do appreciate her saying this because honestly, of course, we want all of our loved ones to be home, safe and sound, and all that stuff.
He's got it blasted on his screen. Yeah, he did a zoom in on it, and now it's still sitting on his screen.
But one thing that is true, it's like, yo, my son's face, this photo of my son is being plastered all over the place. Holy crap. Can you please take that down? Because it's not him. It's not Sebastian. My son is my son. This is not Sebastian.
If you don't believe me, it is at the timestamp. It's right in the beginning.
Now, let me show you guys something else. Hold on, let me get this up. This is, it's pretty. Stop. I mean, I'm going to show it to you guys.
Now he's taking a picture off of their Facebook and showing a picture of mom and 2 minor children and saying that it looks like Sebastian.
Pretty damn surprising. And what GB just said, she deleted her FB. Why? Her Facebook account? Because she was getting harassed. Why? That makes no sense. That makes no bloody sense. Yeah, I mean, they don't look super alike. But I could see somebody out here walking around, suddenly sees this kid and goes, whoa.
Mona Lisa, yeah, I'm 100% not showing you on purpose because the mother of the minor child is asking for all of those pictures to be removed. And he took it a step further and went and found another private photo of the mom and her 2 minor children and just put it up here to thousands, 100,000+ subs he has.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's Sebastian. Yo, that's Sebastian. Now, I do think that the photo, okay, you know, I just wanted to show that to you quickly. You guys saw it. It's done, okay? But I do think that the photo itself, let me just pull that back up, of this alleged sighting, okay, this obviously not a sighting, all right? I mean, if you look at the photo, yes, yeah.
Now he's got the photo right back up, the one from North Carolina. He's got that back up on his screen again, too.
Hell yeah. When you look at it, his head is down and all that. Of course, you're going to sit there and go, wait, that looks a lot like him. Yo, that could be him.
Still up on his
Take
screen.
a photo real quick.
Still on his screen.
I mean, we do say keep your head up and your eyes open. And if you see something, say something. And I don't blame the person who took the photo if it was for the intent of thinking that this was actually Sebastian.
There was actually people in his comment section saying you are doing exactly what she asked not to be done and sitting here doing it over and over again, taking it a step further, and he ignored them all.
It does look close. That photo I just showed you is pretty damn close. It's close, but it's not Sebastian, obviously. You got the mother stepping forward and being like, yo, can you please take that stuff down? Can you please?
And he, meanwhile, is acknowledging this with the photo from North Carolina at the park on his screen right now.
Please take this photo down. This is not who you think it is. And yes, let me tell you this. Like I said in the very beginning of the show, I'm frustrated. I'm heartbroken because you got to remember, this was enough for family members to drop everything that they were doing and drive several hours to Linville, North Carolina. It was enough for them to go, yo, can we? I got to go. This looks like my son. So much.
And he's not done showing it yet. He continues to show it and pull it back up over and over again.
That Seth actually did believe it in his heart of hearts, that yes, that is my son, right? Without a shadow of a doubt, that is my son. And unfortunately, it's not. Now, one other thing I want to point out. Remember I said AI. Remember I showed you an article yesterday. And in that article, they were saying, oh, is it a possible AI generated photo? Well, the family, the mother of this, in this photo, the woman in this photo, who is actually the mother of this child, stepped forward and said, hey, that be my son. So it ain't AI. Then the other thing too, because some of you guys, some people were out here going, man, some of y'all, woo, boy, oh boy. And I understand, I get it. We all want to figure out, we all want to find him. But some of you guys are holding on to something that's not real. Meaning, some of you guys are going, oh, that's him. I don't care what you say. That is him. No, it's not. No disrespect to anybody. But the mother has stepped forward. There's photos of her with her son. It looks a lot like him, but it ain't him. The other part is too, they had video. Law enforcement had video and looked and did their due diligence, followed this, traced the family down, went to the house, met up with the parents, met up with the family, and got to see this young boy for themselves.
People in the comments were also demanding that a DNA test is done on this child that is obviously not Sebastian. They were demanding DNA tests.
And that indeed debunks all the things that are out here saying that this is Sebastian. So we kind of have to let that part go. Yes, it sucks. Yes, I'm just as frustrated as y'all. But it's time to maybe go back to square one and keep moving forward. And I say this all the time. I try to keep it positive as best as I can. Okay. I'm a glass half full kind of guy for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. But sometimes you have to take a step back so you can leap forward. And I do believe that, okay, this is showing us proof positive. I look at this and I say, okay, there's silver lining on this. There is light at the end of this dark tunnel. Let me explain to you that, hey, This means that people are keeping their eyes open. This means that people know enough, at least in the area, about Sebastian Rogers' case. And I have to say, yo, regardless, hell yeah. I think that's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Clapping for himself.
Real talk. Now, yes, it wasn't Sebastian. But what does that mean? Some of the things I just said a second ago. And also, it just means that they take a step backwards. Hopefully, they realign themselves, refocus, and look at the grander picture one more time.
I wish there was a way this mom could get a hold of YouTube, honestly, and do privacy complaints on those photos. These are minors, and he took it a step further and not only showed the one child, but even a younger sibling. Like, I don't understand what these people are doing. There should be some sort of code to do no harm in these cases, and these people are actively doing harm on the daily with no care.
Retrace the steps again. Sometimes going all the way back, starting from the beginning, you see a different path. You see it in all kinds of other investigations all the time.
Yeah, and
all the time. So there is a good possibility that, hey.
Yeah, it's basically, who cares if they show it, right? It's the mom's fault. They didn't come out and say that was their child, right? Fucking.
By us taking that step back, they go, whoa, we didn't try this angle. Let's try this angle real quick.
If they think for 1 second, again, this goes into the whole narrative of law enforcement isn't doing enough. I'm sure law enforcement has walked this back to square one numerous times by now, over and over again. I'm sure there's new eyes coming in. A lot of time investigations have war rooms where they go in and they bring other eyes in and they go back to the beginning and they walk it this way and they walk it that way.
And maybe that is the thing that unearths everything.
Give up.
Now, I know a lot of people have their personal opinions and their theories about everything in regards to this case and other cases too. But we can't sit and dwell on this one thing. Now, I know we're going to be talking about Nancy Grace, and she's going to be asking about this sighting that ended up being debunked. So we are going to be listening to that. But I have to say, it is time, after we hear this, it is time to start moving forward and looking under every rock, every cave, every body of water, every wooded area as best as we can. That's the only thing we can do, is pushing forward, pushing as forward as we can. It sucks, but at the same time, we got to figure this thing out. And if we sit and dwell, that's another day that Sebastian ain't home, or Sebastian ain't in safety, right? Let me get these really quick. Rook, thank you so much for being a member for the past 9 months. Happy to be a part of the family. I appreciate you being a part of the family. Thank you so much. True Crime, thank you so much. Never looked like Sebastian to me. Looked similar. Yeah, it looks similar. I mean, look at the photo again.
He put the photo back up on the screen again. True Crime with Psychic Goddess. By the way, you run with Betty's misinformation all the time. Why would I not be shocked? $2 super sticker. These $2 super stickers get people in hot water, let me tell you. True Crime with Psychic Goddess is quite the fucking bullshitter herself. She's on the list of psychic mediums. And we've already talked about her once with her misinformation from BHB that she was spreading. But she sent a $2 super sticker, says, never looked like Sebastian to me. It looked similar. So what does he do? He puts the photo right back on his screen.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's a downward angle, all that stuff. So it makes me very inquisitive, right? Of course, I'm going, wait, could that be him? So then what would be the scenario here? Why would he be with this family or this woman for the most part? Why? Mind you, I want to show you this too, or I will mention this because I already showed you guys the photo of the kid. All right. The kid is not Sebastian, and it is a real person. It is not AI. It's not generated AI. The video that they have from law enforcement is indeed a real video, because they went to this real family's home and they really had contact with this real kid, not AI generated, just so y'all know. Okay.
Meanwhile, the photos that have been requested to be removed by the mother of this minor child are still sitting on his screen.
Okay. So, sure, it looks a lot like him, but I want to share with you something. The photo I showed you guys just a second ago. There was another kid in the back. There was another kid, the brother, I'm assuming, was standing next to the mom in that photo. He's right there in the back. Right there. Blah, blah. Okay.
So now he zooms in on the brother that's behind the kid at the park. He zooms in on that minor closer.
So any person that's out here going, oh, no, that ain't, I don't believe it is him. Well, it's been debunked. Thoroughly debunked. All right. So moving back on to this True Crime. Thank you so much again. Let's see. Now people can go back to looking for Sebastian, since many may have stopped due to the speculating this was him. Yep. Took a lot of attention from the search, in my opinion. Now, I agree. I mean, yes, a lot of people, I think, were going, well, let's just wait. Let's just sit back and wait. Law enforcement hasn't confirmed. They have not denied. They have not debunked anything about that photo, right? They haven't, right? So now it's time for us. They did that. You saw it. We now know it's done, right? So, and I think a lot of people sat back waiting to hear what law enforcement said. Now law enforcement has said that it's been debunked. We now have to push forward. We now have to go back to ground zero. We now have to figure out what's going on here and where he is. I mean, in fact,
he finally took the picture off the screen. I think it stays off now too. For the most part, he puts a picture of Sebastian up.
There was other things of saying, certain parties were instantly saying that it was not him right at the jump. But then you have other family members that were like, no, that I believe that's him. It's very interesting. I don't know what to make of that kind of stuff. Honestly, I really don't. Right? I really don't. But now that we have that figured out, now that we have that whole thing debunked, let me just pull this photo back up again, because this is Sebastian Rogers. We still don't know where he is. Now, I know this may be a little bit older of a older photo of him younger, but at the same time, burn it in your brains. And let's get back to finding this young man, right? So I just want to make that abundantly clear, okay? So, and I get it. I'm frustrated too, okay? I'm just as...
By the way, somebody asked me, just so you guys know, why I'm always like rubbing the back. I get headaches and I have pressure points back here. So if you always see me rubbing, that's why. When I get real stressed out and start getting a headache, I start rubbing back here. It's just a weird thing, but it's a pressure point for me. So somebody asked me the other day about that. I don't even realize I do it. It's just a tension thing.
As frustrated as anybody else. It's time to roll up our sleeves and it's time to make the donuts, right? So now here's the thing. There is an interview with Nancy Grace. She's got a whole panel of people. A friend of the show now, Lauren Conlon, is on there as well. You got Tony, you got Seth, you got the polygraph guy. I don't know what to call him, you know what I mean? But the guy who ran the polygraph, they explain everything in this podcast. Well, it's a show, but I think she does the podcast. She releases the audio first, and then she puts out the show the next day. So I'm sure
you're going to hear the new rumor that's going to kick off, and JLR is already running with it. In fact, let me show you that before it even gets into this. This comes from one of my amazing friends who's been keeping an eye on all of the Twitter happenings that are going on. This is from JLR's Twitter. So you can see, I could pull it up on the big screen, but it's JLR Investigates. This was from a little bit ago. It says, last night, Seth Rogers spoke on Nancy Grace. People are claiming that Seth was asked during the poly what he thought happened to Sebastian Rogers. Seth said he thinks KP gave Sebastian too much sleeping medication. People are claiming that is now cut out of the segment. You're going to hear that coming up. But this is a new rumor. East Coaster, do you want some attention? You don't want to grab that link and put it in the chat for everybody? One of my mods, go ahead and give them the attention that they want. No, I was never. But even if I was, what does that have anything to do with it? Even if I was, I ain't sleeping with you. That's for fucking sure. So doesn't matter, right? Who cares if I was? But no. I'll drop their link. You guys can go follow this person. They want some attention. You people are just sick. Sick. KB, thank you so much. Yeah, Andy, this is where we're headed now. We are headed. Yeah, this is. Oh, yeah, people. Oh, hold on. Let me grab that. Let's go over here. Go to channel. 1 sub. December 12th. Imagine. Oh, that's weird. Here you go. If you want to follow that account around and trace it, anybody, all my creator friends in here. There you go. There's the link. Have a great day. By the way, we do that so other creators in here, because they'll change their names over and over again. That's you guys want to see what's really going on. There you go.
Sure, the on-camera version of this interview will be out at some point today or tomorrow. Okay, but I wanted to play the podcast part for you because we did listen to a clip. She shared a clip talking about the polygraph, and they said Seth had a polygraph, he passed, but there's more to the podcast, which I thought was interesting. And I know you give people more details, it gets people more and more thinking that something else is going on. But there is some interesting information in here that I think it clears a few things, because there's all kinds of people out here with their speculations and their theories and whatnot. But I wanted to play this with you guys so we can listen to it, hear what's going on, and because the video on camera version is not out yet, but I wanted to get ahead of it so we can take a look at this. And
I wanted to get ahead of this and spin the newest narrative
and see what's going on. Okay, and yeah, everybody has their theories of. It must have been an accident and then a cover-up. There's other people that think that he was dropped off at some sort of facility that won't give out his information to Seth, which makes no sense.
And KB, again, thank you so much for that.
To me, it doesn't. And then if it's like he was at a facility, the only pushback I have is if he was at a facility and he was dropped off there, and this has gone nationwide, right? Everybody is checking this out. Why would they go? Why would the Proudfoots do a whole thing of, he gone? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, first and foremost, it doesn't make sense because an entire organization that runs any of these are not going to go down in the blaze of glory and Slimey's words for one child. There would be money transactions. Somebody would know something. Yeah, that's just.
Why would they, if he was at a facility, why would they drop him off at the facility and then do this whole thing? Call up the news, make a whole big deal about it, call the sheriff's office. Why would they do that if he was in a facility? Like I said, it just, the math ain't mathin'.
Revival, I got to remember to add that to my list. Please and thank you.
So I don't think that he's in a facility. Unfortunately, I don't think that. All right. In fact, if he was in a facility, I would hope he was. I would hope I'm wrong. That would mean he's okay.
Yeah.
That he's in a facility and he's being taken care of. He's got a roof over his head, 3 square meals. He's got a bed to sleep in, all that stuff. Right? But logically, it doesn't make sense. Logically, it ain't making sense. So let me share with you guys this audio, okay? Because it's we need to hear this. All right. This is the podcast. Let's take a listen. Hit the number 1. Let me know you guys can hear this, okay? Get enough.
I'm gonna play to the part where he starts entertaining this same narrative that JLR is putting out here, that this disappeared, all of this stuff, so you guys can see what you're about to see for the next 5-6 days.
Bacon.
Let me tell you about our concrete mixers at Culver's. There's some
breaking news tonight. After a so-called sighting of missing autistic boy Sebastian Rogers at a Blue Ridge Mountains rest stop, Sebastian's dad, Seth, tells us it's him. And with us tonight, live, Dad Seth Rogers to address that polygraph. Tonight, where is missing autistic boy Sebastian Rogers? Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
A woman rushing to meet family at the visitor center in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina takes a photo of the area and the people hanging around. When she takes a closer look at the photo later, she realizes that a boy in the photo bears a striking resemblance to Sebastian Rogers and contacts authorities. Investigators have been trying to locate the person in the photo. The sheriff's office confirms that they have reached out to North Carolina authorities about the picture, but so far, nothing credible has resulted from their inquiries.
Tonight, a mysterious update in the search for a missing autistic boy as a woman shares a photo of a little boy bearing an uncanny resemblance to missing autistic boy Sebastian Rogers. Joining us, an all-star panel to make sense of what we are hearing. But first, I want to go straight out to Sebastian's father joining us, Seth Rogers.
I don't want him to pop it up on the screen and that be the family members again, so I'm just being cautious here. But it's interesting. Now I just got where the all-star panel. Guess who says it? Nancy Grace, 1111 True Crime.
You can find him at #SebastianStrong. Seth, thank you for being with us. Seth, I was stunned when I saw the side-by-side of Sebastian and the boy spotted at the guest center. What do you make of it?
When I saw the picture, I turned around and loaded up the vehicle and off to North Carolina I went.
Now, here's the thing. Like I said, if
they can't, this is like everything. Autistic. Sebastian is a 15-year-old child. We can leave all of the rest of it out.
If this was not very close, if this kid did not closely resemble Sebastian, let's be real. Seth Rogers would not just pack up all of his stuff, stop everything that he's doing, and just drive several hours. It just doesn't make sense, right? So he believed in his heart of hearts that this was his son, and hey, never underestimated the power of hope. Let's keep it real. Hope is a crazy thing, especially when you're at a place, you're at wit's end, by the way. This has been months, by the way, that he's been looking for his son with nothing. There's been no new developments. This is the only piece. This is the only, that photo and all that was the only thing that they had. There's been,
besides a bunch of rumors and speculations and misinformation,
nothing else so far. It's been crazy.
Lauren Conlon is joining us, investigative journalist and host of the Outlier podcast. Lauren, thank you for being with us. What can you tell me about the sighting? Because the authorities are not saying it's not him. They are saying, quote, nothing credible is pointing to the sighting of Sebastian. In other words, they haven't been able to confirm it yet.
it has been confirmed to absolutely 100% not be Sebastian. We've heard all of that. That's why I opened with all of that.
Remember, this is like a rest stop, a tourist center. People are visiting there that could live in any of the surrounding states.
Absolutely, Nancy. And I think what's important to note here is that North Carolina authorities have not identified the boy in the photo. So as of right now, it's still considered a potential lead.
Guys, joining us is Seth.
I don't know if the update from law enforcement came out at like around the same time Nancy loaded this. I don't know when they schedule or like record her podcasts and stuff. So I'm assuming this was recorded before it was confirmed. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt there, but they didn't update.
I mean, remember, this is during the time, I'm sure they were recording this during the time that the information came out that it was not Sebastian, obviously, right? So like I said, we are taking kind of a backward step, but this is the interview and this is the episode that's supposed to be coming out, I think.
Music City Mom, be safe, please.
Some point tonight, maybe this afternoon in its full on-camera form, right? Now, Olivia B., did you hear what Seth think happened? What is that, Olivia? I'm kind of curious about that. I'm kind of curious as to what you heard. That's interesting. I don't know, honestly. Okay. But
here you go.
Put it in the chat, or if you have something, email it, please.
Here
All right,
we go.
let's continue on.
This is where the narrative comes.
Roger, Sebastian's dad, and Lauren Conlon, host of Outlier podcast. Seth, tell me what went through your mind when you first saw this photo, and when you compare them side by side, it's really uncanny.
My son's alive.
Doppelganger.
Then he looks good in the picture. I mean, he's got clothes on. He's got shoes on.
Do you recognize the clothes?
No, I don't.
How about the shoes?
And for confirmation for anybody coming in, this has been fully debunked. It is not him. All of the photos that are of a minor child have been asked by the mother to be removed. And they're continuing to show them.
I don't recognize those either. They look brand new.
Yes, they do. In fact, the clothes look new as well.
Okay, hold on. What? Wait a second. I'm reading y'all's comments. Hold on. Say what? I mean, I don't know. Is that true? And where y'all see this? Where did you guys see it? Because that's new.
All right. And you see the comment he pinned right there. There you go. JLR's running with it. Here they are in this chat running with it. And this is how disinformation and misinformation continues to spread in this case. There is no evidence to provide that this happened. I don't care if Seth is saying this anywhere. I don't care. There's no proof that this happened. None. None whatsoever. Not at all.
That's new.
No, Sheila,
Yeah, some of you guys are saying that. Wow.
pick of North Carolina.
Wow.
The pic that's been dissected at the visitor center, that's not Sebastian. The mother of that child, the actual human being behind that child, has asked for all of those pictures to be removed.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm reading y'all stuff. Where? But where did in Nancy Grace? Listen, okay. I see all y'all going in Angie, Nancy Grace. Okay, Nancy Grace. Now let me explain something to you. Hold up. Where? Because I listened to this podcast. He doesn't say anything. I've already listened to this. I listened to this last night. I listened to a little bit more. I listened to the whole thing last night. I re-listened to a bunch of it this morning, and I heard nothing about that. It was all about the poly. I'm dead ass. We're gonna listen to it. You're gonna hear. There's nothing in here that says that, unless I misheard something. We're gonna listen to it, but oh my God, no, I didn't hear that.
The person who took the photo of that child at Grandfather Mountain supposedly snapped it, thought maybe it could be something, sent it to the TBI, and then turned around and posted it in the Facebook groups and let them run wild with it for quite some time. And now the mother of the real child in that photo, the real children, because 2 of her kids are in there, and Pascal just did a whole zoom in on it, and went and found another picture of the family and put it out there with 2 minor children, has kindly asked people to take it down and stop doing stuff because this is a minor child. And unfortunately, it's not Sebastian, but she's thinking of the safety of her own kid, and these people could care less.
I didn't hear that. That's very interesting because it's not in this. Okay, it is not in here. But let me take a look. Samuel Potts said extended interview. Where's the extended interview though? Because all I've seen is the one that's on her crime stories website. Because that is news to me.
So now they're claiming that there was a part of the Nancy Grace interview where Seth said in the interview, or one of the question was, what do you think happened? And he said something to the effect, granted, this is all the rumors, like I said, Jail, or I showed you the Twitter, that Katie OD'd Sebastian on sleeping medication. That's the new rumor that they're trying to kick up in Pascal's chat, that JLR is already posting about all of this shit is happening. And Pascal is saying, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. And they're saying, well, it must have been taken out.
Okay. Because I'm like, wait a second, hold up. We're going to listen to it. We're listening to the whole doggone thing. Okay. But if that.
Goddess Sahara, is that your name? Fucking goddess. Oh, Jesus. Let's give you some attention. Oh, Lord bless it. Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I know how to do is use other people's content. When you're fucking putting out misinformation on cases like this, yeah, I will use your content and name and shame you like the piece of shit you are and should be done. 100%. It's pretty easy. You don't get to do this to families. I mean, truthfully. And if you have a problem with it, you can see your fucking way right on out of here. Because funny thing is that's all these people are fucking doing. That's all they're doing is using other people's content to spin rumors and speculation. But do you see you're over there? I mean, the whole thing is based on other people's information, right? Misinformation, right? Make it make sense. Well, you can't do that because obviously that doesn't work for you.
That was being said. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in my back pocket. Okay. But I heard this last night. I heard this again, a little bit more of this morning, like towards the meat of this whole show. And it says nothing about that. But I don't know. Maybe they had it up before and then they recut it and took that part out. I don't know. And then maybe some of y'all saw that stuff before. I don't know. Hold on. Let's listen to the whole thing first. Let's listen through this thing first. Michelle, thank you so much. When the polygraph guy was reading his answers, interesting. Okay, we're gonna be looking into that. True Crime says, thank you again. CP Chris Proudfoot called a YouTube creator last night.
CP Prank called a YouTube creator last night. If you can find, please play. It's wild. There is something seriously wrong here, and FBI needs to step in. First of all, True Crime with the psychic goddess. If you were so gifted, you would already know that the FBI, I mean, well, you don't even have to be gifted to know that the FBI has been involved from jump. They're already involved. Secondly, that call actually happened over the weekend, and that was on Pluminati's channel. I encourage you to go listen to it because he was absolutely twofold, kicking back and being authentically a human being for a moment, and that didn't set them. People are pissed because how dare he have some fun. And then secondhand, it also showed people how easy it is to dupe these creators, and they'll go along with anything. You can pretend to be anyone and they'll jump at it. Clue and her husband had an incredible conversation with Chris. I encourage you to go watch it. 100% encourage you to. These people, nothing that this family does is enough for them.
Right. prank called, a YouTuber creator last night. If you can find, please play. It's wild. There's something seriously wrong here, and FBI needs to step in. Now, here's the thing. I've been hearing about these prank calls and all that. All right. I don't know what to come. I don't know what to think of it. Okay, personally, because I don't know if it is actually him or not.
It was actually him. They had a conversation, an amazing conversation for quite some time. I learned more about Sebastian from that than I have all the other hundreds of videos we've watched.
Oh, I don't. All I know is that there's some guy out here trying to sound like Billy Bob Thornton in Sling Blade. That's all I know. Taters. That's all I know. That's all I know. Oh, and just because I can do that voice does not mean it's me. Hold up.
Oh, of course.
Hold up, because I know some of y'all are crazy. And just because I can do voices does not mean it's me. So hold.
Pascal's right on that one. Next thing they know, it's going to be. Yeah, absolutely, Remy. He wasn't doing anything nefarious with it, in my opinion, whatsoever. But he proved two things: that you can be anybody you want behind a screen, and people take it and run with it. Plus, it wasn't an interview. It was conversation. I really encourage you guys to go listen to it. But you notice how they also put in there that it happened last night and it happened over the weekend. It's all about the families, LOL. You're so fake. Clue in her chat, dog Seth. He is family. Amy, are you fucking bored? You sure like to watch me for as much as you hate me. Like are you okay, Amy? Amy, you really want attention from me. I don't quite understand it. I don't really. Is Brittany not live? Is Brittany not live? You're finally getting the boot. I've had enough of your stupid shit over. Y'all, it's that week. It's that fucking week. Come in here. Oh, Eric W. Trev time. Potentially. I couldn't tell you the ins and outs of all of that. Eric, if you're not the Eric, you might want to change your name. Just an FYI. Sorry, I gotta make sure that's sent to the right spot. Okay. All right. It's that week. You want to get attention? Come over here. Yeah, Chico. I said, I've been dealing with that lady for a long time.
Hold up.
She's obsessively weird too.
Time out. No, I got better things to do with my life than to be crank calling people. So don't even go there. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't even go there. All right. But I've heard about them. All right. I've heard about these crank calls. It ain't me. It could be some jerk out here just making phone calls which is insane because this is about Sebastian and we're supposed to be trying to find him and talk about that and uncover clues and stuff. Not crank call podcasts and live shows doing sling blade.
That's Rick, you didn't do anything potentially, but you missed the whole first part of the live. If you are genuinely like, please change your name to something else because there's an Eric W, Mark W, a lot of W's running around pretending to be somebody they're not. So you might want to go back and listen to the live.
It's insane, guys.
You don't have to either. You're probably just going to get looked at funny because it's not very many people that have that specific name, kind of thing. Anyways, carry on.
Listen, you guys thought that Seth blowing his nose was Sebastian going hello in the background. So I have to say, whoa, just
Wolfie. Am I missing something? Did I miss something, Wolfie? I see you say nonsense. I think he's okay too. Yeah. I think that's why I'm like, change your name. Oh, that's one you have. Okay. All right. I gotcha. Okay. Carrying on.
Because I can do that voice does not mean, y'all, come on. Don't even go there. All right. That may be Chris Prophet, but I don't know. And neither am I going to play him.
I got you.
I'm not. You guys know where they are. Okay. Y'all know where the interview is. Okay. Or the interviews or those phone calls are. Go check them out for yourself. But for me, it's wrong. And it's not wrong that you guys want to listen to them. I'm just saying whoever's doing it, it's wrong. It's wrong, y'all. Come on. It's wrong. We all know it. And it's not funny. It really isn't. But that's just me, though. Okay? That's just me. Mindy, thank you so much. If you like to listen to the call, CP ends up coming out at himself. It's sick.
It's not sick at all. How do these people turn this into everything? You're welcome, Eric. Yeah, you might want to listen to the beginning of this. What? How is Chris talking to Clue and her husband sick? What?
Yeah, like I said, it could just be some really messed up person just trying to mess with people for
It was Chris. Oh my God.
Content or just for fun, or
kind of like the neighbor that everybody ran with.
It is actually CP out here just being a jerk, and
he wasn't being a jerk. Oh my God.
If that's the case, that's sad. Okay, that's sad.
Oh, so dramatic, Pascal. Get over the.
That's really, really sad.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Even though it was a great conversation, it wasn't even an interview. You got to learn a lot more about Sebastian than we have on any of the other fucking speculation stations.
But then it's also at the same time, this, if it is him, that shows you the kind of character and the kind of person that we're dealing with here. See, even that angers my dogs. Okay, this shows if that is him. Like I said, if and only if. Because I have only heard a few seconds, like a few clips here and there. I've not sat through them. I don't want to waste my time with it. Real talk, I don't. It's not
because he's one-sided. He's biased.
Not funny. It's not cute. It's wrong.
There was nothing wrong about it. Nothing.
Wrong. That's just what I think.
But you'll run with all the rumors and speculations.
If it's somebody, because I get it. I'm not knocking the people who are receiving the phone call. I don't blame the person receiving the phone call. If you're a jerk and you're calling in and doing that, and that person's receiving it and just entertaining the phone call and being a good host, I'm not knocking the hosts that are receiving the phone calls. It's the jerk that's wasting the time of that host with this BS. Okay? I ain't here for it.
Maybe you should go listen to it before you make a fool out of yourself any further, because you absolutely are being ridiculous.
Okay. But hey, good on those hosts for being hosty. All right.
For being hosty.
But I would have hung up. That's just me. Haters. What? I'm hanging up on your ass. Okay. Click. Done.
No, we won't, because as long as you smear the family, as long as you smear Katie and Chris, you're welcome on his show.
You know what I'm saying? Period. That's just me, though.
Matic.
Okay. Let's continue on, though. Now, going back to that information about what Seth may have said, I have yet to hear it in this podcast or in this interview, okay, in this audio version. I have yet to hear it. Now, will it come out on the TV version, the on-camera version? I don't know. But now I'm going to want to watch that because that's news to me. And I'm wondering where people saw that.
Oh, more like they didn't, and it's just bullshit. I mean, hey. All right, that's all I can take out of this. You saw where the new narratives are coming from. JLR, Pascal's chat, everything's going on. The photos in North Carolina have completely been debunked. The mom has asked for everybody to remove those. You see Slimy over here claiming that she's done more for Sebastian than Katie ever did. We have seen creators, bed story, some bullshit, fucking disgusting, vile thing with the new video that they're all going to run with about remains being found that have nothing to do with, I mean, and it's just going to go. It's just going to go over and over and over and over again. I'm going to get out of here, go take care of myself for a minute, decompress, And we will be back in just, I'll probably back it off like 15, 20 minutes, Marcy, just to give my head a little bit more clarity. So probably like 20 minutes, 2:20. In fact, let me do that right now. I'm going to back it off to 2:20 my time. And that will be a hell of a lot because it'll be 11:11 Spirit Seeker Squad that we're going to start with and start going through the list of 55 mediums and psychics. And again, it's not to shame people who believe in that. It's not to shame anybody that's doing this stuff. This is preying on the most vulnerable at their worst time. So we will talk about that. Again, thank you all for being here with me. We are going to try and nail out as much content on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays as possible, as much as my brain can handle. And we are good to go. I enjoy most of you being here. Some of y'all are just really looking for attention, and I'll give it to you this time. I'll give it to you this week. Trust and believe. I'm probably the right one. 2:20 my time. So 5:20 Eastern Standard Time, 4:20 Central Standard Time, 3:20 Mountain Standard Time, and 2:20 Pacific Standard Time. I will see you guys just shortly. We will be back because there's a whole lot more, and you guys are going to be disgusted with these ones. These are exceptionally bad. So have a great day, y'all. If I don't see you later, some of you I'll see back in a little bit. For the rest of you, have a wonderful day. Keep yourself safe out here, and get your helmets. Bye, y'all. Yeah, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. No, Pacific Standard Time. Bree, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. 2:20 Pacific Standard Time. So Mountain Standard Time, 3:20, 4:20 Central Standard Time, 5:20 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Oh, rapper, what are you doing here? Let's see. Slimies. You're good, Bria. Bree, thank you for that. Super. You're good. Let's see. What she got now? Well, now this is interesting. I wonder if this has been checked into by law enforcement. I just came across this. Oh, Katie, shout out to Katie Proudfoot. Mother, where are you? And again, when did Sebastian have his bath? A TikTok lady. So it's posted in one of the groups. Sebastian Rogers, Tennessee, missing. A TikTok lady has the bus scheduled for Sebastian. His pickup time was at 6:11 a.m., but KP doesn't go to wake him up until 6 a.m. Has anyone seen this? Oh my God, this has been going on forever. This has been going on for quite some time. Yeah, she's late on that rumor. She's late on that one. Okay. All right. I'm out. Bye, y'all. See you in a little bit.